But see what I mean? How I was like, I'm not gentle, I'm not sensitive, and right there you were like, hey, don't put that much pressure on the bed. Like I didn't have to censor myself. You were like, hey, you a little bit, like and like corrected me. Like I feel like a dog where it's like you correct their, you know what I mean? Like that's what I appreciate. Like just being able to be authentic. What I was gonna say that Ashley told me that like is being put out there that some people want to do because we need to pay attention to what people are lobbying for and what some people in power are putting out there. But they want to put neurodivergent people like us into wellness camps or labor camps.
Yeah,
and
I've seen that before.
Yeah,
and that's just another word for concentration.
No, I'm aware, but like that's
but
like
some people
but that's happening like. Yeah, and so she was just kind of like, you need to make sure people like actually care about you like right around now because
that shit is happening and history repeats itself, and that's like I don't know. I'm having conversations with the people around me about like how do we move forward because I'm
trying to get Fia on here.
Fuck. Like I'm obviously disabled.
Now you don't want me on camera.
And the history of what happens to disabled people when you get alt-right nationalists going crazy and being terrorists.
Well, and I feel like,
and that's not. I'm not saying that about everybody, but that is a decent chunk. Like a Canadian was already like for 6 hours. He was in competition, came to the U.S., and this dude spewed vile threats at him to the point he was like scared shitless. And I'm not doing these stories justice because
no, I know what I was gonna say though is like the like when it comes to me, like it feels as though, and not just me, but like anybody else in this situation too, because it's like, yeah, like this is like quote unquote politics, but these are like actual like things, but these are like actual things going on in my life. So it's like as a friend, if you want to like have conversations like about like things that are stressing me out, things that like are like whatever, like currently like this is currently affecting me. So it's not just politics, but it's basically saying like I don't care what's currently affecting you because I can relate that back to politics, which I don't know if that's the case or not, because again, via text, not a conversation where someone can like check my crazy if I am being crazy, you know what I mean? But it doesn't feel like I am. But like that's also because like I haven't had an in-person conversation. But then it's the other thing too with that is that do like you like someone might say like I care about how you feel and I don't want you to suffer, but if you're gonna suffer, like I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, which I know like Danielle's not like that because like the first time I moved into my car, you know what I mean? And like she's seen me like lose my shit. But I think I was using a metaphor with that. Your turn.
Sometimes I have a hard time because I forget, but I'm actively listening, but sometimes like because of my brain injury like crap, I can't always
I made an infinity symbol.
Aww. It was cute.
Yeah, it's just on my hair tie.
Okay, no, what I'm thinking, I'm having to have active conversations with people close about how do we stay safe and what do we need to do, because it's not time to like, you can't just put your head in the sand about what's going on. It is already impacting people. There are already people who were sent to, Guantanamo Bay, and I think Venezuela is the other place. And so this shit is happening. Yeah. In Germany, they sent people to Poland. So not fucking, just because it's not here doesn't, just because it's not here doesn't mean it's not happening. He's also called himself a king. We also have 504 that got repealed here. Then there's going to be...
Can you keep going? Because I want this to be live, but I was going to run out and get the salmon.
Oh, yeah, but I have a hard time when I'm on a roll and then I forget where I was going. Okay, I'll try. And then 504 plans that have been repealed, and that affects children with disabilities in the school. And when I was a nurse, and nursing school. We went as part of our like education. We went to a school and we watched like how things were, and you wouldn't believe the amount of kids that needed to go in and out like constantly.
For what?
For all kinds of things. But if we start cutting any sort of funding, any sort of anything like diabetes, diabetes, the people would go to get injections. If somebody was like feeling faint, hit their head, there were other people with like tube feedings, and so like you would have to.
I'm listening. I'm just gonna get food.
Just a lot of different things. There's rice in the fridge too.
Do you want a plate too?
Yeah.
Or should I just?
Yeah, but I like a bowl for my rice.
Okay,
and,
so you want?
And then there's ghee, and I can come out there too.
No, you're fine.
Well, no, I might almost because I gotta pee. Okay, so 504 repealed. Let me try to finish this because then we could break. Like,
I'll just get my plate then if you're gonna come out there. Okay.
Well, I think. Oh God.
You're fine. Yes. I was just gonna say a plate of salmon, bowl of rice, and then if you want something else, I'll let you.
Yeah, and then I can just add it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 504 being repealed, and that protects children with disabilities. So if we're going after that, plus banned books, that is expanding. But then again, the bills, like you said, that are being introduced are actively persecuting people, and the officials are being fired left and right. The watchdogs, the independent people that are watching over our Constitution, like one of the, I can't remember his name, but top general was retired, like watching who's retiring as well. This is what happened. Like, I feel like I'm living what I read not only months ago in the Untold Stories of Mao, and how it just started one way, or even like just in Germany, and how things started. And there's so much propaganda, and the thing that people I don't know if they realize or not, but propaganda is rampant, and it comes in all kinds of forms. And there's also these things that culturally are fed down by the elites. I got off track because I have a lot of thoughts about all these things. But I've been struggling, and the thing is like, I realize there are people who had voted and didn't realize and are realizing things. And forever, for like my whole history, my grandpa was Republican, my grandma, and like there was no issue. And there's something, I guess Germany, they have the AfD, and Elon has been like all buddy with them. And JD Vance met with the top person who leads, was it AfD? Shit, I should have been saving all these things, but I just take in information so fast sometimes anymore. But not always long enough to like retain every single fine detail and all the stuff. But it's not good. I mean, this shit has happened before. It's our responsibility to learn from history. But you're right. Like, it's no joke. The stuff that's happening is not a joke. It's a reality that's occurring. And I realize that although I'm a loving person, I'm an accepting person, but people who actively are for hatred and for what is occurring when Trump, the rapist thing you sent me, and when he went to court with Epstein for that, and then what else was there? Just him in general, like the actions of what he's done has not been okay. And I can love and be okay with people who have, like I said, voted differently and things like that. But this has gone too far. Like, Trump calls himself a king. We are already having censorship, and the AP got kicked out of the Oval Office in Air Force One. So yeah. But the barber part, that there are people who are like, they get too close in proximity to all this. I'm trying to think what else. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So in Germany,
I can bring you your salmon. I'm just still heating up the rice.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, sorry, Indigo. I was protecting you. I was saying hey to her and protecting you.
Well, shit. I need to come out there though, because
I'm grabbing it and I'm coming.
But I realized, like, I remember reading history and being like, how did all those things happen?
I'm just going to shut the door real quick, Indigo.
And the amount of people that just stood there. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's...
I did not grab you a fork.
And a spoon, and I need salt and tea, and so that's why I'm like, oh,
no, shit. You're good. You can go. I was just having to carry stuff in. I wasn't trying to.
Thank you.
Rush you. Yeah, come here, Thea.
No, the only problem is that I'm going to have to take the rice back out, and then it's not a problem.
Oh, do you want me to go put it back out real quick? Thea, sit.
Yes.
Do you want the salmon in here still? Or do you want salmon back out there too?
It doesn't matter. I just don't want the dogs to get it if I'm peeing and stuff.
Oh, I'll just put it on the... Do you want me to put it out there in case you need to reheat it? Oh, okay.
Just put that there, and then the rice out there, and then when I go out, I'll just put everything I need in there. Thank you.
Yeah. Here I go. I gotta pick up the bowl. I'm letting him lick the rice bowl.
Oh.
So before you go out, let me know so that way I can move it so you don't wheelchair over it.
Okay.
I know I added a bunch of spices to mine, and I was gonna start adding some to yours. I'm like, I don't know how you like your food.
Some of them. Well, it's allergic reactions.
Yeah,
for certain things, but I do like. I'll either have stuff super plain, or I'll have it really creative.
Yeah. Do you have green onions or chives?
I have chives. I have fresh chives, actually. I have a plant.
Okay. Where?
It's over by the plants.
Okay. I'm going to grab some.
Yeah, get the scissors, and it's in the junk drawer. I just want...
Chives or green onions? I was not seeing those.
Chives.
Yeah, but like green onions are chives. Like chives and green onions, the plant, and then when it's dried as an herb, it's chives.
Oh.
You have a chive plant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's probably why I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I was looking for green onions.
I don't have green onions.
Okay.
Oh shit, I dropped my needle. Okay, I got it.
But like, you know how paprika is dried red pepper?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not the plant chives, but chives are dried onion or green onions. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I learned it on Will and Grace because years ago, my friend Aubrey and I, when we lived together in college, we got into an argument about that. Because I was like, no, those are green onions. She goes, no, they're not. They're chives. I was like, no, those are like green onions. Like, I know. She goes, those are chives. And then like years later, I learned that they were the same thing. No, years later, I learned that they were the same
I thought they
fucking
were
thing.
different. I didn't know that. I've been enlightened today.
Jordan taught me.
Yeah,
Jordan taught me because he learned it from Will and Grace. Because he's like, "Ooh, green onions," and then Will goes, "Well," or as adults like to call them chives.
Oh.
But that's how we learned. But that's how we learned.
Do you have the shoes? Do you
Yes.
know where okay, thank you. It's a weird time. It's a really fucking weird time. But there was who was it? I'm trying to think. I think it was a Minnesotan dude who that almost looks good, but I'm concerned that like I kind of like stuff separate, but sometimes I can mix it, but not always. And then yeah, okay, gotta pee. And I might have to smoke, but then I'm coming back. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have to reheat this up.
That's okay.
It's good, but it needs a little something. Like, it's really dry.
Yeah, no, go for it. I mean,
I don't know.
Limes or oranges, you could always zest on it. You know what I mean?
That's what it needs.
Fuck, just take them all back, and we're gonna fix this.
Well, I'll wait. Cause I
need to eat though.
I do too, and I'm gonna grab my med because I need to eat. Do you have water bottles?
I do in the kitchen in the top right corner, like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Furthest cabinet.
Okay. All right, Thea, that's mine. Okay. That's mine. What am I doing? I'm grabbing a water bottle and a lime. Okay. I don't know where the water bottles are. Oh, you know what? I bet they're sitting down by the fridge. Okay, knife. Should I heat this up? Yeah, I'll heat this up while she's still doing that. Okay.
Oh,
you stay in here.
Water bottle. No, I don't think we have it.
Oh, okay. Come here.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Plus, on top of that.
Hold on, I'll grab you your salmon so you don't fuck me. That's hot, so I don't have to.
Oh, thank you. And I can bring them back in. I just will need help with the door because I've waitressed.
What are you talking about?
I can bring the food back in after.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the table.
Yeah. I just gotta go outside. Sometimes I hit a certain point.
No, you're fine.
Good boy to go.
You're fine.
Go boy.
Oh, Thea. I'm gonna shut this just for Indigo.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, focus, Kate. Okay, so I do need to take my meds. I need to put hers over on her thing, so that way. Okay. I was just about to be like, where's my chair? But obviously, it's with Christina because it's her chair, not my chair. I'm going to put this here, I think. Yeah, okay. Then we're going to cut the line. Cut the line. Hi. Sorry, I was just trying to talk about my shit that I've been dealing with. I wasn't trying to like go into stuff, but I'm glad she did because I think it's important. People, I think it's important. How about I end the sentence there? Ugh. Ugh. And the other thing too is that like Christina and I, me this week, like we've just been like cooped up in our homes and just like doing deep dives and like looking into all this stuff, which and just nothing else going on. It's like been the whole thing I've just been focusing on this week, and like going to the ER and shit. But yeah, you know what I mean. So it's even more like forefront of my mind. And like I said, I've been like trying to get people to like check me and be like, no, like you're blowing this out of proportion. And everyone who like is like, no, like you're not blowing it out of proportion. So like this isn't my whole life right now. I actually have a life like outside of my apartment and doom scrolling on TikTok. But I still agree with you. Like this is like fucked up. So the fact that it's like not just got a little bit of drool in there. You want to lick my finger? No, right? That's fine. That is your prerogative. I should get a napkin. That'd be smart. And I'll throw this away. Okay, focus, Katie. 1 second. And I grabbed extra because I know she'd forget. Because I forgot. Keeping it spicy. Oh, I love that. I forgot. Oh, we made this together. I still have mine too. We did that at Center Me. Okay, next one's for Christina. When I crumpled up and wiped my shit all over is for me. Mine was really dry, so I saved you half alive because that's what I used. Hot. Hot. It's still really dry. Is there like a condiment you would recommend?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of them in our fridge. Oddly enough, I think the Italian seasoning would be up your alley.
No, a condiment.
Yeah, like I have an Italian dressing.
Oh.
It's really actually good. Mixed in with that, or olive oil, or ghee, or butter, or
Wait.
Thousand Island dressing. You might have ranch.
No, I don't know.
Sorry, you said Italian blend, and I thought it's so funny though because I know what you're talking about. Once I have an idea of what it is right there.
Hi, Indigo. He's a good boy, honey. Yeah, he's a good boy. Thea, you're making me nervous. Yeah, I think... No, Thea, you're driving me nuts, Bubs. I microwaved it for way too long. And I probably should have added butter before I microwaved it, but here we are. Okay. They're still warm. I do want it a little hotter, but I don't know if I want to get up. It was pretty good. It was really good. I did a great job seasoning, that's not gonna lie. Yummy. I did a poor job cooking it in the microwave. I didn't cook it in the microwave. It was cooked to perfection. But I fucked that right up. It is good. Maybe like a little zap. Maybe like a quick, like 30 seconds. But then do you think it'll get more dry? It probably will, won't it? Maybe like 22 seconds? 20? 15? 15 is not enough. How about 30 seconds and I just pop open the door? Thea, you wait here. You're driving me nuts. I love you. No, wait. Yeah, the butter and a lime was a good call. Yeah, I put a ton of seasonings on it. Oh, yeah. Maybe she won't want her lime. We should just wait and ask her. Then I'll load it up. Oh, it's so good. I wish there was more. Go on. Go on. You go on. Yeah, you're the one I'm talking to, Bubs.
Yeah, no, I think I realized what I was figuring out because...
Do you want your lime? Half of a lime?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have one squirt of it?
Yeah. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this.
Would you like me to hold something for you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
So Elon, his mom benefited from the South African apartheid. And did you already take the squeeze of the lime?
Yeah.
Okay. So he benefited from that, and X actually, the name of his kid and Twitter and whatever, X actually, like in symbology, and not symbology, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I sent you that.
Yeah, equates.
Move.
That's from you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't grab a towel. Can I have one of them?
I grabbed them for you.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, and I grabbed extra
I'm glad
paper
you knew
towels.
what I was talking about. Yeah, and
I was like,
I can't do the lime on my fingers.
I was like, because she'll forget because.
And it's weird because I'll eat certain foods,
but I was like
finger foods almost.
But I was like, I know she'll forget because I forgot. Thea.
Thank you.
Move, dude.
Yeah, so he benefited from that, and then like you said, you sent me the thing where X equals.
Can this go
88.
Up? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can totally. I didn't know which part.
Yeah, I didn't specify or clarify.
So, on top of that, he's funded the election like millions of dollars towards Donald Trump. The Heritage Foundation has like supported all this stuff, but the AfD is a far right wing Nazi based group in Germany, and he's funded and like attended shit, and JD Vance did it. And so like
I'm gonna grab pepper. Do you want pepper?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I may need more water though.
Okay.
Do you want? Oh, do I? I don't know. Might as well.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep?
Yeah, keep
going. No, because part of it was gonna. I'll try to see where I'm going with this.
Okay.
But yeah, so then all of his relation to that stuff. On top of that, there's conflict of interest. So, he has SpaceX and he has Twitter and he has Tesla, and he is not. Everybody who's had a federal employment has had to check their conflicts of interest, and he has not done that, and he is acting out of basically what is the fourth branch of government, and there is none, but the way he's acting is like that. And over the years, Robert Ovitz talks about how the executive powers have expanded more and more and more progressively and left unchecked. And right now we have all the Republicans in the House, and in 53 days, Hitler took over. Democracy went to a dictator. And
how many days are we at right now?
I would have to count. So since the 20th, but he already started doing shit before that. Because,
well, I know, and I'm assuming Hitler did too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like Elon really is not a good businessman, nor is Trump. But
the government's not a business; it's a service. It's,
well, exactly, and it was, and all these things that people just think are like, oh, people don't need it and whatever, but they don't understand. Well, on top of that, so
I think they just don't care.
Well, that's true. It's
now
not.
It's not hot enough anymore.
Huh?
Now it's not hot enough anymore.
Oh shit.
Fuck me. One more time.
Well, yeah, I gotta eat for a second.
No. You're fine. I finally sat down. It's not hot enough anymore.
And what he's doing isn't even, like, if he was truly doing an audit, he would have an auditor in there, and it would take time pulling numbers and just plastering them around without giving them any context, and also denying the fact that Congress has the power of the purse. And it was set up that intentionally by the founders.
I got you a cookie.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I can have it or not, because I mean, maybe because gluten.
Then I grabbed two for me.
Well, maybe I'm not sure yet.
You tell me how you feel later.
Yeah. So the founders set it up with 3 branches of government on purpose because they didn't want
checks and balances.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that our Constitution is perfect, because far from it. But hell, we fucking need it right now. And he's just going around like a maniac, which he is, and he's a felon. And these things impact people's lives. Like, people are already being impacted, and this shit has happened before. History repeats, and those that know history, like people with disabilities, kids with disabilities, are already impacted. Like, I know from proximity that public public state funds are starting to be cut. Like, I heard wind of that from a good source.
I wasn't listening. What state funds are being cut for what?
Oh, like some home care stuff.
Oh, that service. Sorry, I was listening.
Yeah,
I just
like
wasn't
state
like
funds. And so, like, these things.
Sorry, I was
my
listening.
point, my really round loop point is that these things in history have happened before. Make America Great Again. Hitler had Make Germany. I think it was great again, but it was, if not verbatim, like exactly almost the same thing. And so it's a real thing. And people are being persecuted. And if you look at the bills that are being introduced, it's going on. And it's not like, yeah, I mean, there were people in the past who just sat by and just let atrocities happen.
Well, and Chase made a good point too. He's like,
sorry,
you know,
that
the
took
general.
me a second.
No, you're good. But Chase made a good point too, saying that like the general public like is not Nazis or whatever. That's likely 1% of people. But you have to like pay attention to what is being lobbied for, because you know, even though it's 1%, what are people lobbying for? Because that's something you need to pay attention to. And then also like, are any of that 1% like in charge or in positions of power? Because like that is like what is concerning.
And what have they done? Their actions, actual rapists.
And so like, my point is that like, yes, it's a real thing, but I think people, but I think people are under, I think like a lot of Democrats and like liberal people and even like middle ground people are aware that it's a real thing. I think that a lot of Republicans are like, I'm not a Nazi, and like people who I know and associate with and whatever, like they're not Nazis, so it's like not really, or that's far-fetched, or it won't happen. But they're also not paying attention to what's being lobbied for and the people in power, because it's like, no, this is a very real thing. And because some of that 1% is in positions of power and like lobbying for things, like it is a very big concern. So even though like I think some people are just like, oh no, that's far-fetched, it's not happening, it's more along the lines of like they don't see it happening into their day-to-day lives. Because unless you watch the news and inform yourself, like you might,
and not just any
news,
because you're just not any news.
No, but I mean,
and what do people actually do? Not what they say in congressional hearings.
I mean, like, think of like someone from like little like small town Podunk, Iowa. If you're not on social media or reading the news, you'd have no idea. So you're just living your life
watching Fox News.
No, I'm saying like if you're just out living your life and only like talking to like people in like your everyday, like let's say there's no outside media, no media, like you're not gonna be like as aware. Now then you introduce like propaganda and all of that, and like, yeah, I totally get it. But like what he was like saying though is like that's what's important. And I think that's another thing is that like I'm I'm a 90s Democrat, but meaning
you're a what?
I say 90s Democrat because like, well, prior to recently when people would say liberal, like I would think of like my sister in San Francisco, and like I'm not that, and so I would say 90s Democrats. It's like pro-union, whatever.
I was gonna say now, like Republicans from that era were different too.
But yeah, but like anyway, what I was getting at though is like, let's say I'm liberal. There was a point. Hold on. Hold on. So it was, God damn it. I think liberals, like, we're doing a great job of protesting. I think we need to do a better job of lobbying. So rather than like protesting like the laws that are being passed, we need to lobby for like the ones we want in place.
Right.
Because that's going to make.
And voting and showing up to school councils, city
but I mean, like, because like that's the thing is like we can like say, oh my God, let's call. I'm gonna call fucking Kim Reynolds right now. Hold on, Kim Reynolds.
Or the Attorney General. Every day, man, I've been calling.
To lobby? To lobby? Elaborate.
Well, she is, along with, like, what was it? Don't quote me on the amount of states, but I want to say it was like 19 states.
Wait, should I call Kim Reynolds? Yeah, I'm gonna call criminals. Or should I call like senators? What's more important right now?
Senators.
Senators. Okay. Hold on.
But Brenna Bird is lobbying to. She was
That's
lobbying to
Grassley
overturn.
right now, right? Grassley.
Grassley, Joni.
Fuck Joni. I hate her too. I mean, I'm not a fan of Grassley either. But
I know.
I'm gonna call Grassley. Wait, this says he's 91 years old.
No, he's not.
I don't think he is either, but this is saying, Charles Grassley.
Dad?
Yeah.
I've been telling them, like, get Elon out. Didn't elect him.
Wait, Chuck
Stop
Grassley.
the Nazi shit.
Wait, U.S. Senator Chuck Grassley.
I have the number.
Okay, that might be easier. But hold on. So wait a minute.
Because I call, like, regularly.
Well, I usually just hit the number that's, like, online. After you give me the number, look up how old he is.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty chill. I'm grabbing it.
Okay, but look up how old he is.
Well, one thing at a time. Hold on.
True.
Because with I've retrained a lot of my brain.
No,
but
you're good.
I can process certain things faster, but I gotta search it. Actually, I could go to recent. There, it's right there. Ready? 202.
202.
224.
224.
3744. But, like, he has someone who's grabbing the calls, but be constructive. Like, you know.
Look, I got a thing.
You got a thing. I might need your apple.
Okay, just give me. Can I wait till this call?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Hello, this is Senator Chuck Grassley. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now. It's important that I hear from you. So please leave a message, including your name, your mailing or email address, and a phone number after the tone. If the mailbox is full, please visit my website at grassley.senate.gov and click on Contact. Thanks again for calling.
I think I know what you mean now, too.
To hearing from you again very soon.
You cannot record a message for Senator Grassley.
I have Joni's.
Cool. We'll try Joni. Jody.
Joni.
Joni. I thought it was Joni. Oh, Joni. I was like, I thought it was Joni Ertz, and then I was like, yeah, it is.
No, you're good. I have that number. And then I also have Brenna Bird, who was spearheading.
But before you tell me, are you still looking at the number? Because I feel like if you tell me, you won't look at your phone.
I know, but I'll forget shit too. I'm going to have to put a post-it note nearby.
Okay, 202.
224 3254. And then I'm going to have to
get out. Is that what you're going to say?
Sleep. I'm tired.
Oh, I need to get
I'll
out.
finish up a few things, but.
Okay.
Like expression. Your ability to express your real life concerns. Like right now. That's what I feel.
Hello, and thank you for calling the office of Senator Joni Ernst. We are unable to answer the phones at the moment, but please leave your name, phone number, and a message. And a member of my staff would be happy to return your call.
People
thank you.
behind
Have
the
a
scenes.
wonderful day.
Well, no.
Hi, so I have been a lifelong Republican and an avid hunter and fisherman, and I am really concerned about the national forests and the oil companies like being in charge of that land. And I think that, like, you know, people think of like the liberals as like tree huggers and stuff like that, but I need those trees. Okay. Like I need them. My husband needs them. Like everybody I know who like goes farming and fishing and stuff like that. Like, I think that there is 1% of people that have really extremist views, and like the majority of us don't. And, following like just what the whole like Trump administration is doing and stuff like that, it just, I've never until recently been like debating on which way I vote. And like that's really scary. And so I think that we kind of need to like dial back the crazy and think about what's good, but also I know a lot of my fellow Republican friends and family members and whatever like are big Second Amendment people because we go hunting. And if you take away our land to hunt, what like how am I going to blow off steam? I mean, I get that you don't really care about that, but the point is, like, please don't just blindly support something because all the fucking Republicans in Congress and this.
The maximum length for a recording. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, your message has been sent.
I think that was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, I try to take
Make them
some
lose
different
their own voters.
some different angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's what's done behind the scenes all the time.
Yeah, and I care.
And that's with lobbying and everything. And I care about disabled kids. I care about immigrants. I care about.
Well, and if I need to be a Republican for them to listen to me, I'll be a
Right.
Republican for
They
them to
play-
listen to me.
I mean, there's all kinds of games that are played, and the stake of the world is at hand right now because he's ruining public relations amongst the other ding dongs who are fucking shit up in the world, and that could cause World War III, which we can't do because we have nukes. So this is serious shit, and I need to be able to talk about that stuff. And I'm struggling to figure out in some of the things I'm doing in other capacities how to handle that, because this actively impacts like disabled people.
Yeah.
It already is. It already is. And with 25% tariffs, that will fuck us over. You think ER shit and whatever, over-the-counter meds, like even maybe prescribed meds, they didn't say specifically which ones.
Yeah,
They
because
had a
we
few.
already don't pay enough in meds.
I know, right?
Out of that cost.
Well, the thing is, I used to get 30 infections a year. And if they...
30?
Mm-hmm.
Just a new one each month?
Yeah, it would just like never stop. And they would last forever.
There's not 30 months in a year. I fucked up.
But I would have multiple ones at once. Sinus, urinary, vaginal, skin, all at once. So that would be 4 infections in one shot. And then because I have slow, like, it's an immune problem, problems with, so I get IgG. But it's an infusion.
Mm.
It's for your immune system. And so since then, I hadn't had, like, I don't think any infections this year. But I was constantly on antibiotics. But the problem is it's fucking expensive. And if they take away insurance for disabled people, we are fucked.
Yeah.
And if there's any supply chain issues with pain management stuff, I'm also fucked.
Wow.
So this is real shit that, like, I have to deal with on a regular basis. And
I'm like, even if it wasn't shit I have to deal with, I'd still fucking care.
right?
Like, I'm not really worried about ice for myself, but that is a big concern for me for other people.
Exactly. And it's gone too far. Like, it's already gone too far.
Okay, so I will take, do you want me to take all that to the kitchen?
It would help.
Okay, so I will take this to the kitchen,
Okay.
the salt and pepper to the kitchen. I'll throw away your paper towels.
I'm going to hang on to it because I'm going to eat an apple.
All right, and then I'm going to push this out of the way. And then, okay. Okay, thanks, bye.
Right.
Um,